Oh, hello, little guy. This is the story of when you were born. Here we go. The day we became 3. Dear son, it was the end of winter 2015. We'd just had a snowstorm and everything was covered in ice. During that time, your dad and I were going through a process called adoption. Adoption is when a family brings a new member into their home and they become a forever family. It can be a long process. We'd been waiting 3 years. We had already prepared your nursery. Our friends threw us a baby shower. And now all we needed was you. We didn't know when we'd get that call. All we could do was live our lives. And so we traveled. Your dad performed in theater. Everyone was wondering when our baby would arrive. And then one night, our agency called. A baby had been born. That baby was you. Our whole lives changed. Now, you were born in a hospital 15 hours away. We couldn't get a flight out because of the ice, so we got in the car and drove through the night. The next afternoon, your dad and I got to hold you for the first time. Our dream had finally come true.
You gonna open your eyes? Daddy's got the camera out. Say hi to everybody. Huh? You open your eyes, say hi to everybody. Yeah, I don't think so. Boop. Oh, what a face. Oh.
While we waited for your paperwork to be processed, we had to stay in the state where you were born. That means we did not get to bring you home right away. Oh, and as a reminder, this was our home before we moved to California. That story comes later. So we lived in a hotel room while we waited. With the newborn baby, it was interesting. But we made the most of it and had a great time. Your first bath was done over a sink. You slept right through it. We settled into our new routine. Every night at 6 o'clock, he gets hiccups, don't you, baby? He gets hiccups. Doesn't quite care for them, but he's gotten used to them. They're tolerable. Oh, time for a nap. Time for a nap. We hiccuped our way through the days.
Hi, everybody. Guess how old I am? I'm 1 week old. Woo!
We took lots of silly photos. And then you started doing this.
Oh, silly boy. Oh, God bless you. Oh, good.
I think that was your first sneeze. After 2 weeks, our paperwork was complete and we traveled back to our home, which means you had a new place to practice your kissing face. And some new faces. You finally got to meet our pets, and I wasn't sure what to think. Purpur wasn't so sure either. But everyone was curious about the new baby, and soon we were one big happy family. We spent time on your mat. We enjoyed reading books. And sometimes we just hung around being bops. liked making funny videos with you and dressing you up for photos. But sometimes you said, "Daddy, I have had enough." And you'd much rather be sleeping. Much better. When the weather got nicer, we started going on walks. We went to the park. You had your first doctor appointment. You were happy and healthy. Over the years, I've had the privilege of witnessing the kind young man you're growing up to be. You are so full of love. You care about others. You're sensitive, creative, funny, and a wonderful person. When you were born, you brought a light into this world. Your dad and I are so happy to have been given the miracle of you. You can know this for certain for all of your life. Daddy will always love his baby boy. That's our story for today. Love, Daddy. It's yours. On the next episode of Love, Daddy. Spring is here and you're becoming so expressive.
You're a sweet boy. I know you are. Yes, you are.
Please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a moment of sweetness. Oh, hello, Smiley. How I Met Your Dad. Dear son, it was spring 2015. The bees were buzzing, the trees were blooming, and you were finding your voice.
I love you. Oh, I love you.
It was such a delight seeing the first glimpses of your personality and hearing what you had to say.
Who's a sweet boy? Are you a sweet boy? I know you are. Yes, you are.
You were making new discoveries and trying new foods.
Yeah, now you're getting the hang of it.
Look at you learning to bounce. Now, the other great thing about spring, besides all the cute outfits, is that it's the time when your daddy and dad celebrate their anniversary. So today I'm going back 5 years before you were born to the spring of 2010. When it comes to love, you'll often hear people talk about destiny. When it comes to your dad and me, that's exactly how I feel. He and I were always destined to be together, the same way you were always destined to be our son. Destiny is the magic that brings us all together. I met your dad at a friend's birthday party, and I instantly knew there was something special when I looked in his eyes. We bonded over the interests we had in common. We both love the arts, especially musical theater. We also share a love for animals and holidays. And baking, so much baking. Enjoy traveling, seeing the world. A perfect day to us is spent at the beach. Or singing and playing video games. And of course, we bonded over the shared goal of someday starting a family with the man we love. That sealed the deal with us very soon into our relationship. We both dreamed of the same happily ever after. It didn't take long for us to realize we'd found it in each other. Your dad and I had only been together 6 months when I asked him to marry me. When something's meant to be, you know it. I proposed to your dad and gave him a ring to signify my promise to him. We scheduled a photo shoot to announce our engagement. That's when he surprised me right back with a proposal of his own. In 2011, we had a spring wedding on the anniversary of our first year together.
I think if I'd never met you, about all the things I'd miss. Sometimes it's so hard to believe when a love can be so strong. But faith gave me the strength and kept me holding on. You are the love of my life, and I'm so glad you found me. You are the love of my life. Baby, put your arms around me. I guess this is how it feels when you finally find something real. My angel in the night, you are my love, the love of my life.
After our wedding, your dad and I began our life as husband and husband. We traveled to New York City and enjoyed a fun-filled honeymoon. We adopted our puppy, Mrs. Madrigal, named after a character in one of my favorite books. Several years later, I surprised your dad with a second proposal. This time we were married in California. Marriage laws were complicated back then, but that's a story for another day. It seemed our lives were coming together. The only thing missing was you. And so we began the adoption process, which leads us back to 2015. With you super cutie! We were learning to explore the world.
Oh.
And sometimes that was messy.
Yes. I know. I know. Oh, really? Yeah.
But we had a great time. And he's almost 3 months old. And every moment was so special to me. I love your smile. It lights up my life. That's our story for today. Love, Daddy. It's yours. On the next episode of Love, Daddy, it's summertime and we're having fun in the sun. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a moment of sweetness. A Storm Before the Rainbow, Part 1. Dear son, it was summer 2015 and everything was about to change for our family. Before we get into that, let's take a minute to celebrate all your firsts. This was your first time rolling over. Anna helped motivate you by offering you her Franken-Ducky. And there we go. We're about to get it. Just a little bit further. There we go. Good job. You did it. You rolled over. This was your first Memorial Day weekend. We spent it in the park. You may recognize this photo from a similar Memorial Day photo we took in 2011 with Anna. A lot can change in 4 years. Now this is your first time laughing.
Kiss. Kiss.
What a sweet sound. You were getting really good at bouncing. This was your first time finding your tongue. You went in a swimming pool for the first time.
How about that, baby?
You seem to really like the water.
There you go. Hey, look, Daddy, I'm floating. I'm floating.
Hey, jump on the diveboard in the middle of the deep end. What do you think?
And here you are on an airplane for the first time. Wait, why are you on an airplane? Well, let's talk about that. Your dad and daddy had been in love with California for a long time. We dreamed of calling it home. And this summer, a job opportunity helped make our dream come true. It started with a phone call from a former employer who'd moved to California. They had a job opening they thought would be perfect for your dad. It was a big decision for our family. We flew out to spend some time there and learn more about what life would be like if we decided to make the move. Everything seemed to fall into place. California was different, but a good different. It was scary and exciting all at once. I've talked about destiny before, and the way this came together again felt like destiny. We came back and put our house on the market. It was sad to say goodbye to our family and friends, but they were also happy for us. It was what you call bittersweet, when you feel two different ways about something. While we were planning our move, our summer of firsts continued. You were learning to help hold your own bottle, and you tried baby food for the first time.
Yes.
We celebrated our first Father's Day, which was a very special milestone for our family. We celebrated our first Pride, which came at a time when marriage equality had just become the law of the land. Love won, as it always does. With all the joy that surrounded us, it seemed nothing could possibly go wrong. We were happy. Life was good. But you can't have a rainbow without a storm. And the storm was just beginning. On the next episode of Love Daddy. It's easy to say, why is this happening to me? I finally have the life that I want. I finally have the family that I want. I don't understand. Sometimes things just don't make sense. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a moment of sweetness. A Storm Before the Rainbow, Part 2. Dear son, I know how much you love rainbows. Daddy loves them too. And we know that you cannot get to a rainbow without going through some storms first. And that's why I want to share this story with you, how we got through the storm. It was the end of summer 2015. Everything in our lives was great. We were about to move to California. We had this new life waiting for us. We were so excited. We were just about done selling our current house, and we were going to move to California and find a new house and start a new job. And something unexpected happened. That's the thing about unexpected. You don't expect it. We got some bad news. Daddy hadn't been feeling well. I had this pain that wasn't going away. And so I went to the doctor, and doctor examined me. And there was this lump, a lump that wasn't supposed to be there. And he sent me over for what's called an ultrasound. An ultrasound is where somebody basically uses this machine to get a glimpse inside your body, to look at what's going on inside your body. And the person who was doing the ultrasound, she's looking where the lump was, and she goes, I'm going to take some pictures of that and give them to the doctor. This machine, they and it, snapshot this picture inside my body. I can't see this, by the way. But I knew it was cancer. Cancer, we've talked about cancer. Cancer it's when these cells in your body start attacking other cells and spreading, they're bad. Cancer is bad. And I had it. I had cancer growing in my body. And I was scared. It's okay to be scared. Daddy always tells you it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay if you don't know what's going to happen. That's how I felt. Perfectly normal to feel those things. So the doctor was optimistic. That's the good news. You want a doctor to be optimistic when they find something wrong with your body. This was, a week and a half from when we were going to move to California. You were 5 months old. And this happened. There was no choice but to deal with this. When we're scared, we want to ignore the problem. We might want to run away from the problem and not deal with it. But in this household, even when it's hard, we face our fears. We work to fix the problem. And if there's anything at all that you get out of this story, I want you to know that even when something is scary and hard to face, that is what we do in this family. We face our fears. We do not hide from them because they will not go away. They will not fix themselves. And that's the reason this story is so important, because this was the hardest thing I had ever faced in my life. During the absolute best time of my life, all of that happening at once. The storm and the rainbow. And it's easy to say, why is this happening to me? I finally have the life that I want. I finally have the family that I want. I don't understand. Sometimes things just don't make sense. But I wanted to continue the life that I had in the time with my family. So facing this was the only option. So I had the surgery. I had the surgery, I think 4 days before we were supposed to get on that plane to California. I was like, I am not missing this flight. I am not. Cancer is not going to interrupt my life. So I had surgery. It's very painful. And I got on that plane in a wheelchair on painkillers. My family and friends was like, are you sure you want to do this? Well, of course. I am not stopping. That's another lesson you can take on your daddy. When I am on a path, when I am working towards a dream, cancer is just a bump in the road. I am not stopping. So had the surgery, got through it, hurt a lot. We're on a plane to California. And I think that's it. I think that's enough for this episode. It's more than enough. Even though it's hard to talk about these things and it's hard for you to hear these things, remember this. I'm here. We're talking about this in the year 2023. This is something that happened in 2015. It was 8 years ago. This is the past. This is over. Daddy's here. We got through this storm. We got to that rainbow. And we made it. That's our story for today. Love, Daddy. On the next episode of Love, Daddy, we finally made it to California. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a moment of sweetness. Who's ticklish? California Dreaming. Dear son, it was autumn 2015, the season of pumpkin spice and everything nice. You are making yourself heard. It was finally time to move to California, but first we had to say goodbye to our old home. This has been a very special home to us, and we'll miss it. We realize, of course, that a home is just the memories we make and the people in it, and I know that we'll make new memories somewhere else, but it is still very special. This is, I'm not doing a very good job here. I'm just trying to hurry and get out of here. Where we came home after I proposed to him, it's where we came home after he proposed right back to me. And we came home after our wedding, after our honeymoon. It's where we brought our son home to. And I just look at these walls and rooms and think about not just the family we've started, but I think about the family of friends we have, and all the times they've visited, and we've had game nights here and shared stories of our lives and jokes and even bad times. We've been sad or had a disappointment. Okay, I've rambled enough and done enough jittery video. This is it. I'm saying goodbye. Our family and friends threw us a farewell party to see us off. And then we were on our way to California. This was our new home in the Golden State. You seemed happy to be there. And even happier to be playing in a box. Purpur oversaw the furniture while Anna watched you. You were learning to stand up. Oh, that still happens. You even came up with your own way to get around. I'm not saying it's an efficient system, but he gets where he needs to go. So close to figuring it out, but just not there. What do you think? We spent some time in San Francisco checking out the Golden Gate Bridge and one of our favorite places, the Palace of Fine Arts. We even stopped at Mel's Diner for some lunch. You loved the car they gave you. There was one final piece of very important business we had to complete, your adoption. This is a process when a judge makes it official. We were your parents, and this was your forever family. It was a very happy day. Now, do you know what my favorite thing about fall is? Halloween, of course.
He's trying to stand.
A little bit, yeah. It's a little slippery, though.
Oh, what, honey? Go see Daddy.
It's about nap time, too.
You want to sit down, Bounce?
Look at that cute little pumpkin. We had fun handing out candy to trick-or-treaters. You also caught your first cold, but that couldn't take away your smile. And lots of fun playing and slobbering and feeding yourself. By Thanksgiving, you were getting closer to walking.
Look at you walking, baby. Here. Yummy. That pumpkin?
Life was good in California.
You like it? Yummy, that's all you get.
Hello all. Wanted to give an update. We're getting settled in here. Really enjoying it here, actually. And I'm feeling a lot better. It took a while to work through all of the physical and emotional changes after being diagnosed with cancer and having surgery. But I am happy and healthy and thankful to be alive and thankful to be a daddy. And so that is an update from here. I will post another video once we get settled into our new home. Thanks for watching. Bye. That's our story for today. Love, Daddy. It's yours. On the next episode of Love, Daddy, we're getting into the holiday spirit.
Oh my goodness!
Please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a moment of sweetness. All right, we're putting up our Christmas tree. Hello. Your first Christmas. Dear son, it was winter 2015, the most wonderful time of the year. By now you were starting to eat solid foods and learning to feed yourself. You had a lot to say. Is that so? Uh-huh. And you were making more observations about your surroundings. Where'd it go? Oh, it's back. Your dad and I were excited about your first Christmas. I thought it would be fun to dress up as Santa Claus and surprise the family.
Oh my goodness!
not a fan.
Oh, baby. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. That funny man. Oh, hey.
We took some photos and hoped she'd warm up to Santa Daddy.
It's Christmas 2015, and we had a special visitor come this year. He's thrilled. Absolutely thrilled.
Yep, that's the photo. But the tears disappeared when it was time to open your Christmas presents. We had a great time in your cozy coop.
Beep the horn. Beep beep. Coming through.
And then something special happened. You stood up and started using your push toy.
Boop.
It was so sweet watching you toddle around.
Go get it. You can do it. Oh, good boy.
Let's give yourself a round of applause. Well done. We spent the rest of the month enjoying our afternoon walks and playtime in the park. We visited the Painted Ladies in San Francisco and had plenty of time for giggles. The orange trees in our backyard were bursting with fruit. This is the time when you first discovered your love for rice, a food you've eaten every day since. A life-changing year came to a close and we started a very happy new year in 2016. That's our story for today. Love, Daddy.
It's yours.
On the next episode of Love, Daddy. You're taking big steps forward. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a moment of sweetness. Good morning. Look who's walking. Dear son, it was the start of 2016 and we were living our best lives. Well, maybe our dog Anna wasn't living her best life, but that's okay, she had her own fun. You were sprouting new teeth, and you would not let me take a picture. And you had your first haircut. Trim. It was just a trim. Although hearing from certain people you'd think we shaved your head. Seriously, it was just a few hairs. But the question everyone kept asking was, when were you going to start walking on your own? Well, that is open to interpretation. You sort of started walking here on January 8th.
Ready? Here we go. Balance. Wait a minute. Get your balance again.
And also here on January 11th.
You can do it. Oh, good boy.
We consider your first time walking to be on January 14th. Well done. Once you got going, you really took off. Oh, look at you go. When you weren't busy getting your steps in, you attended your first wedding. Aren't you handsome? Here you are dancing with Dad. We also spent some time by the sea, though it was too cold and foggy for a swim. We took pictures instead. Back home, you got more practice walking. And took breaks for adorable poses. You were also getting more vocal. My favorite time was bonding after your afternoon naps. My silly. He's attacking me! Godzilla! It's slobbering all over me, help! Ah! Look at that, you're just drooling. Just stop. Ah, so much saliva. So much saliva. Our sweet baby boy had grown so much. That's our story for today. Love, Daddy. On the next episode of Love, Daddy, you're turning 1. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a moment of sweetness. Well, what's today's weather report? Not bad. Your first birthday. Dear son, it had been 1 year since you came into our lives, and now it was time to celebrate the magic, the love, and the miracle that is you. But before we get to that, let's take a moment to share a few of your latest adventures. Love was in the air, and you were our little baby Cupid. What would Valentine's Day be without chocolate? Maybe not for you. How about a walk around the back patio? I loved watching you explore. Or maybe modeling Daddy's t-shirt. Playtime in the mall is always fun. Oh wait, I know. Let's take a stroll on the beach in LA.
You got it? Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. What is that stuff? He's not a fan of sand. Come on, it's okay. Try walking. Try walking. Here. It's okay. Come here. There you go. What do you think?
You were much happier on a towel. See? When we got home, you got another haircut. Looking sharp. I love how happy you are here. We were ready for spring. And of course, the obligatory Snapchat filter. What is that? Now it's time for your first birthday. This is the night before and the next morning. You're 1! I can't believe it. Let's celebrate.
Happy birthday to you.
You needed a little help with the candle. But you enjoyed your birthday cake. It was a good day. And there's much more fun in the future. Let's preview. When you were born, you brought a light into this world. I'm so happy you're my son. That's our story for today. Love, Daddy.
Thanks, Daddy.
On the next season of Love, Daddy,
Baby.
you're talking. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a moment of sweetness.